There was a lot of people who doubted you can never be profitable. Don't even waste your time. But my mom was there saying, you can do whatever you want to do.
It is Pipeline Paradise, Las Vegas' 24-hour Hawaiian and Island music station. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Pu'ukani.
Aloha, my name is Paul Pu'ukani Sebala. I'm the owner and operator of Pipeline to Paradise Radio, based right here in Las Vegas. I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm not Hawaiian by blood, or they say by koko, but I was born and raised in the islands. I consider myself a local, or what we call kama'aina, which means child of the land. So when somebody asks, are you Hawaiian? I said, I'm not Hawaiian by blood, but I am kama'aina. I am born and raised in Hawaii for a big portion of my life. We lived in a Section 8 low-income housing. My brothers and sisters, we always joke around. We never felt like we were poor. My mom would work literally 3 jobs, and my grandma would also work a full-time job, and we were still struggling to get by. And although we lived in a really poor neighborhood, we had everything that we needed. I think growing up in the islands, you learn to just appreciate the priceless things, being out at the beach, being together, gathering with families, being out in nature, all of that doesn't cost anything. I remember I went to a shopping mall, and back then playing marbles, I couldn't afford it. I remember taking a couple of bags of marbles, going into the store and stealing it and walking out. The security guard tapped me on the shoulder. They arrested me. I remember my mom coming to pick me up and just seeing the tears in her eyes. And I knew that I let her down. And ever since that day, I told myself, I will never let her down again. I never want to see that look that she had on her face. Ever since that day, and in everything I do, I try to make her proud. She's influenced my life 1,000% on everything that I do. My mom, she wasn't a professional musician, but she loved playing the ukulele. One of my earliest memories is we only had one bathroom growing up, and she would lock herself in the bathroom because the acoustics were good, and she would record herself playing the ukulele on the cassette tape, hitting record and play. Just hearing her sing and seeing how happy she was playing the ukulele and singing, that rubbed off on me. She actually gifted me her first ukulele. Every time I look at her, it just reminds me of my mom and just that gift and that what she instilled in me with music. The language, the history is all in the music. It's all in there. So when I moved up here, I wanted to open up a radio station. I knew that I wanted to stay close to the music. My mom moved to Las Vegas. She was getting sick. She battled diabetes. We decided, my wife and I, to move a little closer to both our parents. And then we were starting a family too. We found out that we were going to have a son. He was born in Hawaii. Right before his first birthday, we officially moved to Las Vegas. There wasn't any 24-hour Hawaiian and Island music radio station. Prior to moving up here, I worked in terrestrial radio. So I started doing my homework. I started looking online. Internet still was kind of new. There wasn't a YouTube video that I could put on an instructional video and say, this is the steps that you need to take. I just knew that somebody had to do it. So there was a lot of people who doubted that I could ever make a living out of it. It'll never work. You can never be profitable. Don't even waste your time. But my mom was there saying, you can do whatever you want to do. July 7, 2003, I launched Pipeline to Paradise Radio. So back then, the biggest challenge that I had was just trying to get people to log on to my website and launch the broadcast and listen to see how it sounds. I remember the first broadcast. I was listening, I was monitoring, and my wife was listening. 2 listeners. And it kind of hovered around 2 to 10 listeners for really the first 2 to 3 months. After a couple of months, I got all of that nervousness out. I knew I had something really good, and if I could just be persistent and consistent that eventually it would grow into something that I can be proud of. It's a lot of work, but I'm glad I did it. There was actually 2 times that I actually gave up. Unfortunately, our home got robbed and they took everything. I didn't want to have anything to do with the station anymore. But there was this community that I already formed. Everybody came together and started donating money. And I had enough money to buy new equipment. And that was just like confirmation to say, Pu'ukani, you got to continue doing this. I got all of that together and I relaunched. The second time was about 5 years ago. I just felt burnt out. Maybe this is time to just stop. And I did. I remember in that year, man, I felt empty. I felt like I was letting down my mom. I felt like I was letting down people in the community. If I'm going to do this again, I'm going to do it 100%. And that means that I got to leave my regular job, which is crazy. Had a great salary going on there, but just the feeling and the reward that I get from doing it is just, it surpasses any financial amount or anything like that. I believe the station has helped our Islander community here in Las Vegas. We have so much pride in just being from Hawaii or being an Islander, what we call Namea Hawaii or all things Hawaiian. The station, I feel, has been literally a really vital voice, and that's something that I don't take lightly. When you hear Hawaiian music, it brings back so many memories. It's taking them back home. Hawaiian music, it's always been a part of my life. And then I started realizing the Hawaiian music really carried the Hawaiian language. It taught the culture. It involved Hawaiian dance. And I quickly realized I'm literally sort of perpetuating the Hawaiian culture by sharing Hawaiian music. We're proud of where we come from. We're proud of our culture. I strongly believe Las Vegas has definitely embraced the Hawaiian community. I kept my promise to my mom. And 2, I could hear her saying, I'm so proud of you. Every once in a while, I'll see something or she'll visit me in a dream and that's what she is saying. I'm proud of you, son. Keep doing what you love. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah, so this is my mom. The ukulele that she has on this tattoo is the first ukulele that she had that she gifted to me. My mom passed away back in 2007, but I keep my mom on me permanently wherever I go. So, yeah. So when I hear Hawaiian music, I think about home. I think about my family. So the question is, what music or genre that you hear that reminds you of home? Leave a comment below.